Hey y'all, welcome back. You are cooking with Sheila in the Gangsta Goodies kitchen. And I have a special guest today, a very special guest. And I'll let him introduce himself. Can you tell everybody your name?
Yeah. So my name is Gary Enrique Bradley Lopez. I'm a candidate for the Unified School District 500, which is the Kansas City, Kansas Public School District. And again, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming. Wait a minute. I want to say his name again. Gary Enrique Bradley Lopez.
4 names.
So when you go to the ballot, the one with the 4 names, that's the one we want you to push.
I always tell people the longest name on the ballot is me.
There we go. I love it. So, Gary, what are you going to show us how to make today?
So today I'm going to show you guys how to make cauliflower ceviche tostadas.
Cauliflower ceviche tostadas. Y'all hear that?
There you go.
Rolling on his tongue.
Tostada. There you go.
Tostada. I love it. I love it. Okay, so what's in what are the ingredients? What are we working with?
Okay, so you have a lot of ingredients that you're working with. Tostadas usually come out of, it's a Latin American dish that usually uses seafood.
Okay.
And like I said, for some reason I thought you were a vegetarian, and I don't know why I made that assumption.
So, you see me eating meat and
I know
stuff?
I didn't see you eat meat, and I don't know why I made that assumption. Anyway, so I told my mom, and we came up with this, and my mom's done this in the past, and so this is the main meat, which is not going to be meat, is the cauliflower that we're using as a substitute for the seafood. Okay. And then you have tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, cilantro, jalapenos for those that want some, and then lime and avocados.
Nice. Okay, so let's show us what we're gonna do.
All right, so check this out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and call my mama real quick because I don't know what goes in first, and so we're gonna do that real quick.
I love it. I love it.
That's
something I would have done too.
I'm gonna phone in my mom.
Oh.
I hope she answers. If not, we're gonna wing it.
I love it.
Hola, ma, te quería preguntar algo.
Ajá.
So, ¿qué va primero?
Ajá.
So, pongo el cauliflower y luego ¿qué?
Voy a echar todos los ingredientes, vas echando el jitomate, yo le voy echando pepino y eso. Y al último le echas el limón.
Okay.
Y la sal.
Okay. Gracias, mamá. I love you.
Thank you, mama.
Dijo gracias. She hear you? She hung up.
Okay,
Hello. All right. She hung up.
Oh my God.
I tell you, said thank you.
I love it.
Okay, so she said it don't matter really, but she said you could always start off with the tomato, cucumber, and then go with whatever you feel like.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna go ahead and start with the tomatoes.
Okay.
So this is the cauliflower. What we did with the cauliflower is I believe she put it to boil for a couple minutes. So some people like to eat the cauliflower raw, where they just break it up and eat it like that.
Right.
We like to have that little soft, kind of make it like a substitute shrimp, make it feel like shrimp or fish.
Yes.
So we went ahead and boiled it so it could get soft. Once you boil it, you take it out, you let it chill for a bit, and you take it out and cut it into pieces. And you cut it into small pieces like this. So then what you do next is you dice up some tomatoes.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to put that tomato juice in there. And you just go ahead and just put it in there.
Okay.
So then what you do after that is you can go ahead and put the cucumbers.
Okay.
And there's no specific, like, how much you want or how much you need. It's like some people like more tomatoes, some people like more cucumber, some people like more onion. So it's whatever you like. But the main ingredients are cauliflower, cucumbers, tomato, and onion.
Nice.
So then we're going to put the onion next.
Yes.
Oh my
God, I love onions. I'm saying it smells so good over here, y'all. I keep saying that one of my grandsons is going to invent smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
That
Yes. Yes.
And then you got the cilantro.
Okay. Yes.
I'll leave it like that.
Love
so
cilantro. There we go.
So we'll just mix that in.
Okay. So you just mix it all?
Yeah, just mix it all in. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So then it makes a pretty color.
It is beautiful.
I didn't realize how pretty this was.
It is absolutely beautiful.
And so some people like it a little spicy, some people don't like it spicy, so you have your choice of putting jalapenos if you like. I'm not sure if you like it.
I like spicy.
Okay, so
do you like spicy?
I like spicy. Oh, I got something to show you for later.
Okay,
I like me some spicy.
Okay, I love it, yes.
Listen, so I'll go ahead and put a couple of these in there.
Okay.
Not too much. There we go.
Nice.
A couple jalapenos. I think that's 1 jalapeno cut up.
Okay.
We use half a cucumber, 1 full tomato, and then half of some onions.
Okay.
But like I said, it's whatever you like. If you like one thing more,
okay,
then you're perfectly cool to use that.
Got
so
it.
Once you have that kind of mixed in, you want to make sure you get to the bottom.
Yes.
To get all the cauliflower.
All the cauliflower mixed in. Okay.
And then so the main reason why they use lime.
Yes.
The main reason why they use lime in the ceviche is to make sure that the lime cooks the shrimp or the fish.
Got it.
But in this case, because this is already cooked, it's just for the flavor and to have a similar taste to what ceviche actually tastes like.
Okay, so let's back up a minute. Okay. So if there were fish or shrimp in here, the lime is what would cook it.
What would cook it? So matter of fact, if you go and put some shrimp, you're going to see shrimp is usually gray.
Yes.
If you put that lime, leave it there for about 2 hours soaked up in that lime.
Yes.
Come back later, it's going to come out red like it's already cooked.
Really?
And so the lime cooks that.
Okay. Okay.
I ain't a scientist, so I'm not sure how it does that, but I know that it does it, and it hasn't cooked me yet, but we'll see. There we go.
I love it. I'm guessing it has something to do with the acid in the lime.
I'm assuming.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So I didn't know that, and so I'm sure there are some viewers out here that didn't know that either.
Yeah,
so nice.
If you have seafood and you don't want to warm something up on a hot day, just get you some lime and put it on there and it'll be all right.
I love it.
I'm assuming.
Okay, look. Again, we're not the scientists in
there
this,
so. There we go. So we'll
go for it. Put that out there.
There we go. So we'll go for it. You want me to go ahead?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
We'll put the lime. Okay. And we have 3 limes here that we cut up in half.
Okay.
And you just let that juice go in there.
Look at there. Nice. That's a good juicer, too. It's getting all that juice out.
Oh, yeah. And thrift stores come clutch when you need these.
Look at here. I love thrift stores.
I don't know if my mama got it, but I'm going to say it.
She's going to be like, boy.
Don't tell people that I got
does your mom speak to you more in Spanish or English?
So, surprise. So, I'm African-American Mexican, so I'm biracial. And my dad speaks just full English. Okay. And my mom speaks full Spanish and a little bit of English. I don't know how they communicated their whole life, but they were able to somehow figure it out.
Really?
Yeah, so we had a diverse household and a lot of diverse foods, I'd say.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So your mom speaks very little English?
Very little English. She'll be able to say hi and hello, but holding on to a conversation, she might not be able to do so, but she understands what people are saying.
Yes, yes. You know, it's interesting you say that because I was going to say, so I was with an amazing man for many years, and he is from Gambia, West Africa. And so their native language is Wolof.
Wolof.
And so I couldn't speak it, but after being around them for so long, you know, they sitting around having a conversation and I can jump in English.
There you go.
And so it's amazing how that happens.
That whole idea of loss in translation, sometimes you don't lose it. It's just there, and it's just figuring out how it works.
Absolutely.
But it's an interesting thing.
It is language. It is.
So, yeah.
It is. I remember when our granddaughter was in the kindergarten, and we went to her first parent-teacher conference, and the teacher asked us when we were about done. She said, "I got a question for you." She said, "Is there another language spoken at home?" And we're like, "No." What's she talking about? And she said, "You know what?" She said, "I swear heaven is speaking some African language. I don't know what it is." And then we were like, "Oh, yeah, Pawpaw."
Pawpaw, there you go. There you go. He was over there low-key teaching them, and y'all didn't forgot.
Yes, and just her being around him and listening to him, picking up the vibrations of the sound. I mean, just amazing, you know? So, yes. So, okay.
So,
you got your ceviche all mixed up.
We put the lime in there. Next is the salt.
Okay.
So, my dad had a heart attack a couple of years ago, so we play very safe with the salt. We try at least.
Absolutely, yes.
So in the black community, that's a very big thing.
It's a very big thing, yes.
So we play a little bit with the salt. Just like I said, it depends on who you are as a person and how healthy you want to be.
Yes.
So we just add a sprinkle of salt in there.
That's only what I do too, just a tad bit.
There you go.
Yep.
And then we mix that in, and then like if you want more salt, salt's one thing that you can always add.
Yes.
But you don't want to go over with because you can't take out salt.
Absolutely, yes.
So we mix that in there.
Okay. Nice. Now, do you have to let this sit for a while?
So I recommend that people chill this for a bit.
Okay.
Sometimes it's already chilled. Sometimes, but I mean, like on a hot summer day or on a hot, a nice warm spring day, some nice cold ceviche on a tostada might come clutch.
Ooh.
So I'd say,
You say come clutch?
Come clutch.
What that mean?
Come clutch, like, whenever you need it, you got it.
I love it. Teach me the language, yes.
So a funny thing, running for office, sometimes people tell me I need to change the way that I speak or the things that I say. And I think it's so funny because I continue using words like dope or like what's good. Like I use that language, but it's like, I have to make sure I reach a certain amount of voters too on my age.
Absolutely.
So I just think that's just funny.
Absolutely. Yes.
So then when you let this chill in the fridge for a bit,
okay.
And then you have an avocado, and
okay.
When you're at the table, just cut an avocado.
Okay.
Cut that in slices. And once we get to the table, I can show you more.
Awesome. So when we come back, y'all, I get a chance to taste, and we're going to learn more about Gary and his run for School District USD 500. So we'll be right back, y'all. Hey, y'all, we are back, and I get a chance to taste Gary's cauliflower ceviche.
There we go.
Tostadas.
There we go.
Okay, so what do we do?
All right, so we have tostadas right here.
Okay.
Buy these at any store.
Okay.
And basically all you do is get one of these or as many as you want.
Okay.
I'll start off with one.
Okay.
And then you already have the ceviche that's made, that's already chilled.
Okay.
You go ahead and just get a little, or as much as you want of this.
Okay.
Mix it in one more time. So get some of that. And just plate that.
Ooh. Ooh, that looks delicious.
There we go.
Ah.
Okay. You yours or you good?
Oh, I can do it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Don't say I didn't ask.
Yeah, I know. He's a gentleman, y'all. Look at him.
There we go. There
okay.
we go. Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a tostada in forever.
No, that's right. It's not just something you just randomly have. Well, I don't randomly just have them. So. Then we go ahead and get we have avocado.
Okay.
So you just go ahead and get a couple pieces of that avocado.
Okay.
And just plate it. Just
Look
put it
at
on
that.
There.
Okay.
Just plate that.
Nice. See, you got it all cut up all. Look at that. And I see you got some hot sauce over there too.
I like spicy stuff. That might be the Mexican in me.
Okay.
Or maybe the black in me.
Both.
Or the culture in me.
Yes,
right?
exactly. So, you got it on both sides.
There we go. So I go ahead and get this huichol salsa. This comes from Mexico. Actually, it comes from the town that my mom's from, Nayarit, Mexico.
Okay.
And so this is the sauce that they use for a lot of the seafood.
Okay.
So they go ahead and just drip a little bit of this for those who like it. Just a couple spots.
Okay.
So if you like hot sauce, you might want to try this.
I'm gonna try this. Yes, absolutely.
And then it already has lime in here, but for those who just like to put a little bit of lime on the top for the hot sauce to cover the hot sauce.
Okay.
There we go.
Just a little more. Okay. Alrighty now. Now I get to taste. Okay.
I'll taste it with you?
Yes.
All right, babe.
Absolutely.
That's fire. I need to find me a wife.
Oh my God. Yes.
I need to find me a wife.
Honey, this is delicious.
Listen, I was scared that this was not going to taste good. You don't know, my heart was beating so hard, but this is kind of good.
Oh my God. Mama Lopez.
Yeah, shout out to my mama. She taught me how to do this and did most of it, and I just had to put it together. So.
Oh my God, it's so fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna take another bite, y'all.
And for people who don't want to eat tostadas and they just have some of this, you can eat it like a salad. If you don't want to boil it, just cut the cauliflower up into pieces. Same ingredients, you got you a salad, right? Or if you want to eat it like this, you can buy the tortilla chips and just go in and dip, or have a salsa type thing. So it just works out, yeah.
Oh my God, this is delicious. I said I was gonna take one more bite before I
start
talking.
I'm gonna take one with you too.
Oh my goodness. You know what? You know what we say in the Gangsta Goodies kitchen?
What'd you say?
When something is so good. I mean, all of the flavors is just, you can taste everything.
Yeah, this is really good.
We don't say fire.
Okay.
We say it's fire.
It's fire.
Yes.
It's fire. It's fire.
I love it.
I appreciate it.
Oh my God.
You don't understand. I was really scared.
This is delicious.
Yeah, my mama, she just, so like I said, when my dad had that heart attack, my mom tried to do, healthier options, do healthier things, and and then she's, in her family's past, they have like long history of diabetes, so for her, finding healthier options or healthier ways to do things.
Yes.
And so for her, this was the healthier option.
It is. It absolutely is. Oh my goodness, it is so good, y'all. And it smells so good. I wish I was here to taste it. But we are going to put the recipe up. So you guys are going to have to try it, tag us in it, and tell us how fire it is for you guys. So I'm going to start asking questions. So as you're talking, I'm going to eat.
Okay. It's all good. Go for it. Let me know. Go for it. I don't blame you.
So, Gary, so you're running for school district.
Yes.
So, are you from the USD 500?
Yeah, so born and raised, graduated from the district. I went to Morris Early Childhood Center, John Fisk Elementary, Central Middle School, and Wyandotte High School. So I'm from the district, and I just graduated from there 3 years ago.
Awesome. So, are you the youngest candidate?
I'm the youngest candidate in that race, and I'm the youngest candidate in all of Wyandotte County.
Wow. And you are also the first Latino.
So I'm not the first Latino that's ran, but if elected, or when I'm elected.
When you're elected, yes.
When I'm elected.
When he's elected.
When I'm elected, I will be the first Hispanic, Latinx school board member elected. Now, we've had appointed, and they've done great jobs, but it's just hard to get them elected. And so I think this is the year that we can elect.
This is the year.
Yes.
I love it. So tell us, what inspired you to want to be on the school board?
So, throughout politics, there's a lot of things that are going on, and one thing I didn't recognize that politics also affected was our school boards and our school districts and the children. And so I was a student who had an IEP. I was in special ed. I struggled through my education. I was always told that if I go to college, I would need someone to take notes for me. Nevertheless, I have parents and teachers and people there to support me and make sure that I do great. So throughout that, I recognized some students don't have the same privileges and accessibilities that I had. So I wanted to make sure that each and every student in USD 500 has that. And as a school board member, I'd be able to do that by assisting the superintendent, by passing policy, looking at the budget, making sure our schools are running, or just even by being the bridge between the district and the community.
Yes.
And as the job of a school board member, I feel like having a young person on there, having that youthful voice, understanding what it is to go through college or understanding what it is to be a student would be important. So I thought that it would be important for me to at least run and have a voice on issues that I feel like are important.
Absolutely. And because you are young, you're not far removed
I agree.
from the whole process.
There we go.
Where somebody middle-aged, it's been 30 years, since we've been out of school. So sometimes, we're kind of far removed from it, so you're still close to it.
Yeah, so I'd get to have that voice, and I'd get to look at those, more newer progressive issues that are out there that, like some of the students. One of the great things, of being one of the young candidates is I still have friends, that are still in high school, and I get to hear the problems and the challenges that they have, and so I think that's a good thing for a school board member to have. I understand how students are getting mad about the earphone policy, and so it's just having that view, being a voice for students, being a student representing students, I should say.
I love it, being the voice for the students, and oftentimes that gets lost in the politics of it.
Yeah.
We see it on this side of the river too, and so it's very important to have people who are passionate about it and who understand, that, in order for kids to for all kids, not just some.
No, all kids. Yeah.
I have my youngest daughter, if she were in a private school, in a public school, she probably would have had IEP. But she was in a private school, and so we we just had tutors all the time, and so when I tell you all the time,
I know what you mean.
4 days a week.
Yeah.
But it was whatever we had, to do to make sure she had the tools, to achieve that. And so how has that been? Being the youngest.
Yeah.
I can only imagine
Yeah. You know, it's so it's funny. So I get it's a response that fluctuates. It goes up and down, right? So like so when I got involved in politics, you know, I became the chair of the Wyandotte County Young Democrats. I was second vice president of the Kansas Young Democrats. I'm currently serve as the chair. I currently serve as the 3rd district chair. So I was always involved in politics. And in Wyandotte County, I was one of the few young people involved. And older people, they're like, "Oh, this is great. We need more younger people involved in politics. We need you guys out there. We need you guys to do this work. You guys need to come and help our campaigns."
Yes.
And then, you know, after they tell us all this, you know, we get motivated and we decide we're going to run. And then they tell us, "Oh, well, you're too young to run for office. Maybe you should give it a couple years." So when it came for us helping their campaigns or doing their work or, you know, organizing their voters, it was, you know,
it was
but
fun.
when we wanted to have that voice, it was a problem.
Absolutely.
But nevertheless, you know, I'll go knocking on doors and I hear a lot of, you know, people that are older than me say, "This is great. You have a young person. You have my vote because you're young. You're out there doing work. You're not out there on drugs. You're not out there flunking school. You're not out there doing bad things. You're out there caring for people, for the same people that you were just in school with."
Absolutely.
And then I'll get those responses every now and then. They're like, "Oh, maybe you should wait. You're too young." A couple weeks ago, I had one person tell me that I should stop running. And I said, "Excuse me?" She said, "Well, I think you have a bright political career, and one day you could be mayor of the city, but I think you should drop out this race." And I didn't understand why she said that. She told me, she said, I wasn't going to win either way. She said, "The school district is so messed up that I need to go ahead and, if I go on that school board and fix everything, I'm going to be so drained." And she said, "And if I don't do it, and if I go on there and if I don't do anything, then that's gonna mess up my political career." I told her, I said, "It's not about a political career.
Right.
I'm not here because one day I want to become mayor. If it happens, it happens.
Absolutely.
You know? But I'm there specifically because I care for the education of those children."
Yes.
And so as a young person, I have that right to do so.
Absolutely.
So we'll just have to let the voters decide whether I'm qualified to do so. And I think I'm proving myself that I am.
Absolutely. Yes. You know, Gary, we talked about a little bit about the demographics of the district, and so tell us what the demographics of the district is.
So I'm gonna be a little rough on the demographic, but I can probably get close to them. So USD 500 is about 50% Hispanic.
Okay.
Right. And then from there, I think it's about 30-something% of Black.
Okay.
And I think from there it's 10%, somewhere around there, of white, and then the rest is other. So we have a lot of Asian cultures, and you know, Wyandotte USD 500 has a great diversity, has a great amount of diversity. We have over 69 languages spoken in that district. And so reaching all those areas are hard, right? But we have a majority there that has not been represented by the people. Nevertheless, we have a community that has. And so it goes up and down, but having that representation on the board, having that Hispanic representation, having that youthful representation is important to understand those issues.
Absolutely.
And I'll say, you know, when I talk about youthful representation, there are issues right now that are going on that people ignore. As the youngest school board candidate and the only school board candidate talking about ending the school to prison pipeline. I don't know if you've heard of that issue, where our Black and Hispanic students are ending up in Black boys are ending up in the prison system because of the traditional methods of education. Well, statistically, because of my race and because of my skin color and because of my reading scores, I should have ended up in the prison system. But like I said, I had those tools. So I have to make sure that each and every one of those students in USD 500 has those tools so that they won't end up in that system. And we're the only ones talking about it. So.
Oh, honey, I love it. And, you know, you're talking about something that a lot of people are not talking about. They're just not talking about that, but it's so real. It's, you know, we see it. It's in our communities, you know. Thank you so much. Look at you. Now, I'm going to ask you a question about your shirt. And you have the sandals in the middle.
I have the sandals right here.
Okay, and tell us about that.
So so everyone, people that know me, all I wear is sandals. I make a joke that I don't like my feet to be institutionalized. I don't like my feet being covered up by shoes. And people ask me, what do I do in the winter? I say, I'll put some shoes on. Once I get inside the building, I'll put my sandals. But when I was a kid in Mexico, I remember wanting to be like my grandpa. My grandpa was a commissioner in Mexico. They say I got my political vibe from him. He ran for mayor a couple times. But he always wore these sandals. Always wore sandals. And you see some pictures where he's speaking at events wearing these sandals. And I remember wanting to be like my grandpa, and I wore these sandals, and this is when my mother was deported to Mexico. I lived in Mexico for a bit. And I went to school, and I was like, you know what, I want to relate with all these kids, so I wore these sandals. Well, I'm wearing sandals from 1960s that these kids aren't wearing in current day.
Right.
If anything, they're trying to live the United States lifestyle in Mexico currently.
Yes.
And so while I'm trying to wear these sandals, trying to relate to my grandpa, these kids are making fun of me for these sandals. So I wear these sandals. I give them back to my grandpa like, yeah, I'm never wearing these again. I'm not going to be made fun of ever again. Well, I went back years later. I went back, 2016, 2017. I went to go see my grandpa. It's the last time I got to see him. And he didn't have any more legs. Oh. He lost both of his legs. And then that's when I decided that, that health issue, the diabetes and stuff.
Yes.
And that's when I decided that I was going to make that commitment to wear sandals in the name of my grandpa.
Oh,
and so that's why I said, it's in my campaign signs. Everybody knows me. Actually, I got a tattoo.
I noticed that too. I'm like, so. That's serious.
Oh, yeah. I love me some sandals. What size are you? I'm going to have to get you some.
Look, I wear 8.
So actually, I was thinking about a food to make. There's a food called a chancla. A chancla is a sandal.
Okay.
And so it's actually the shape of. You have to invite me when I win.
Okay,
We'll talk some more.
Yes, we'll talk some more.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Gary, one of the reasons why we do Gangster Goodies is because we believe that the kitchen and cooking is uniquely positioned to help bring families and communities together one meal at a time. And so can you share a fond, a memory, something that stands out about food and family for you? Because you are both African American and Hispanic.
And Hispanic, so Blaxican.
Have y'all heard that word? What's it called?
Blaxican.
Blaxican. I love it. I love it.
Very few of us out here. Very few. No,
I love it. And so that means food had to be very interesting growing up.
It was, and it is. So we've evolved, right? So like my dad, he likes to stick to his original soul food, American style foods, and then my mom likes to stick to her, Hispanic cultured foods. But throughout that time, they have connected somehow. So there's a certain way to make tamales, right? But my dad was like, hey, how about you use chili seasoning when you make your tamales? My mom took that in, and now her tamales are fire. They were always fire, but this added an extra boost. So with them two being together biracial, they create unique things. I'll tell you something. My mama, and people might get mad at this, my mama has made some of the best greens I've ever tried.
Oh, I bet.
And she's Mexican.
Oh, I bet.
And so, greens is something that you always hear from the black culture.
Yes.
But because my mom and dad kind of intersected together with both of their cultures, they come out great,
Oh,
and so there's always a mixture of things, but, we've always had great memories. I always remember, in black and brown communities, food insecurity is a big thing, right? I work for an organization called the Historic Northeast Midtown Association, where they fought food insecurities and fought to get grocery stores in places that lack grocery stores and food deserts. And they're still fighting for those things. And there's been times where no matter if we struggle to get food or if we had food, we always ate. And sometimes I recognize that when we don't have food and we have to look in those cabinets and look in those refrigerators and find something to make, those sometimes turn out to be some of the best meals ever. And so I know that my dad, whenever my mom was deported to Mexico and we were living on a limited budget, my dad came out with some real fire. Wait, what you say? Fire food. Came out with some fire food. We had Totino's pizza with ground beef and French fries and stuff. Put that together. We've had some fire peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
I love it.
My dad knows how to doctor up some ramen noodles. We always ate.
Yes.
And so as time changed, and my dad had a heart attack, and my mom lost people in her life due to health issues. Yes. Sometimes things have come out to be more healthier, and eating healthier has become key. Yes. So I think my parents, they always make sure I was fed. You can tell that I was fed. I'm plump and healthy up here, struggling to sit in this chair. But I ate. We ate, and I continued to eat, and that's all due to my parents. They never missed. We never missed a meal.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
That's so personal, and so and one of the things I love about this, this platform is people get a chance to know something about you that they may not have known. The story about your grandfather. I'm over here all teary-eyed because I'm like a wuss. But that is because what you're doing is you're honoring your grandfather.
Yeah.
And you said you saw him the last time.
Last time I saw him in 2017.
Okay.
Matter of fact, right when school started, the second year of college semester, he had just passed that like the first day of school, and was like, wow, you know. But I'm thankful I was able to see him and do that stuff. And so I aspire to be that commissioner that he was, or that politician that he was.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So they say that once our loved ones have transitioned, they then become our ancestors, and so your grandfather is now your ancestor, and you're keeping him alive. You're keeping his memory and his legacy alive through the work that you're doing. I love it. I love it. What a way to honor.
Yeah.
What a way to honor. Gary, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to tell the viewers about early voting and when they vote?
Yeah. So early voting, I believe, starts October 16th in Kansas City, Kansas, or Wyandotte County. So early vote, go vote. As long as you vote, I don't care when you vote. But just go vote. And then November 5th is voting day. There's a lot of elections up there. There's commissioners, there's BPU. That's our utility bill. We have our own private utility that we elect the board. We have board of trustees and the school board. I think this is a year that we have an important school board election that will benefit over 22,000 kids or students across USD 500. And it's important that we ensure that we have the right people on there. So I recommend researching all your candidates.
Yes.
So vote for me and then research who else you're going to vote for.
Yes.
and get out the vote.
And how can they connect with you? So if somebody wanted to volunteer to help you knock on doors or whatever you may need, how can they do that?
I recommend everyone spread the word, share this video, share Gangsta Goodies platform, and let them know about what's going on and about us talking about what we just talked about. And then if you want to find us or help volunteer or just contact us or ask any questions, you can go to any of our social media. So Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, or Instagram. And just put @Gary for USD 500.
Okay.
So
and
we'll
make sure that's on the
500.
Okay. We'll make sure that is on the screen too, so people don't have to go, what did he say again?
Yeah, Gary for USD 500. I not speak fast.
Yes. Okay, got it. So Gary, thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. This has been delicious.
Hey.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have a couple of more of these, right?
Go for it. You got a lot of Tupperware, so go ahead and take your some.
I love it. Thank you so much, Gary. And I'm looking forward to getting the call, seeing on the news that you won.
There we go.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Thank
you. Absolutely. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you're not already subscribing, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got to prove to the networks that people will watch Gangsta Goodies, right? So if Oprah's going to pick me up, y'all help me let her know why she should pick me up, right? So subscribe, like, share, leave comments. If there's anything you want to see us cook, anything you want to see us talk about, let us know. And also, if you want to be a guest, there is a tab on the website that says, want to be a guest? Click on it, fill out the form, and then we'll get back in contact with you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. Mwah.